We at Good Soil Evangelism and Discipleship are excited about what God has given us, and we want to share it with you. Our purpose is to motivate, train, and resource people in worldview relevant evangelism and discipleship. What that means is we want to help them to know their culture so well that they then can share the gospel more effectively. We want believers to be able to help unbelievers clearly understand, genuinely embrace, and firmly hold on to the gospel. Besides our training, we are developing and sharing ministry resources that are firmly founded on a biblical theology of evangelism and discipleship. Our training is built around three basic models. The first is the Good Soil Evangelism and Discipleship Scale. The scale presents a visual overview of three participants in the process of evangelism and discipleship. First, the person who needs to understand and embrace the gospel, and then, of course, grow in his or her relationship with God. The personal evangelist or disciple maker who communicates God's word for evangelism and discipleship. And finally, our God who works in people's hearts to draw them to himself. The second model we use is what we call the gospel communication process. And involved in that is what we call worldview noise. Worldview noise can confuse somebody and actually keep them from understanding the gospel, or it could predispose them to rejecting the gospel. Now, someone may ask, how do I know a person's worldview or if they have worldview noise? And that's where the third model comes in, and that's what we call our worldview onion. We help people to understand how to peel back layers of a person's worldview. Again, the purpose behind that is so that they can know what a person believes and then be able to share the gospel more effectively. I mentioned that we have resources. We have this principal evangelism tool called the Story of Hope. We have another one that is our basic discipleship tool called The Way to Joy. The Story of Hope has already been translated into many different languages and is being used around the world, and we're continuing to translate. Maybe you have a language in which you're working, you'd like some resources. We'd be glad to work with you on that as well. But what we'd like to do is invite you to our training. We'd like to invite 2 people from your mission, leaders, to come to the training with the purpose of being able to take the training back and training your people. Many missions have already sent key leaders. They've been trained, certified, and then taken the training back to their missionaries. And those folks have been trained in Good Soil now and are using Good Soil resources around the world. We'd like you to be able to do the same thing. To do that, write or contact us through info@goodsoil.com, and we'll be able to get back with you soon.